Benvenuti. Welcome to my kitchen. If this is the first time that you're here, it's because it's my first video. This is where I'm going to teach you a couple 2-3 things about cooking one-on-one on dinner for two. Forget about it. You stuck around. That means we're going to be cooking together on dinner for two with a Napolitan style pizza dough. Okay? For real. Here we go. We got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll push that forward. Here, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Here, instant dry active yeast. That's 2 1/4 teaspoons. Here, that's a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of honey, and just a little bit over a cup of water that we're gonna put in there. Forget about it. All right, we're gonna take this water. We're gonna put it in the microwave for about 45 seconds. We want this to be between 105 and 110 degrees. So let's set that right now. 45 seconds, and we go. Here we go. Now let's test this. See, we got 105, 110 degrees. Looking good so far, looking good so far. We're good. Now we'll put the honey and mix it up. Now here comes the yeast. Now once this yeast is settling, it's going to have to stand and proof for 10 minutes. So we'll set the timer on the microwave. We got 10 minutes there. Now we're going to take our 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to add it to the flour. We're going to put this aside over by the mixer. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do this by hand. It's just a little bit more laborious, but stick with me. We'll figure this out. Forget about it. Now, we got a little spindle here. We're going to mix the salt and integrate it into the flour. I'm going to go wash my hands. That's about perfect. We'll take the spindle off. We'll put that in the sink. And we'll put the dough hook on. In goes the olive oil. Let it drip, drip, drip. Let it sit. As soon as we're ready here, all we have to do is start cleaning up. We're waiting for this to get a foam on the top of it. It's going to take about 10 minutes. Right now we're at 828. And it's looking good so far. That's the end of that. And we move right on to the next step. See how frothy it is? It looks like the top head of a Guinness. We're going to pour it right into here, just like that. You let that sit for a little bit. Now we're going to put this right back into here. And we're going to let the dough hook do its work on low speed for 5 minutes. So we're going to reset and let this run for 5 minutes. Now you can see how the dough is mixing itself, but the flour is accumulating along the sides of the bowl. So what we want to do is take the spatula and push it down without getting in the way of the dough hook. This way it all incorporates evenly. This is after a few minutes. It keeps spinning in there. Once the timer goes off, I'm going to switch it to a high speed, and that's going to create gluten. This is what makes it like chewy and stretchy and crisp. So here we are. Now, you turn the speed up and let it work for another 8 minutes. Now I like my dough to be a little bit sticky, so I can lie down the flour on the cutting board and make sure I got the right consistency. We'll get back after 8 minutes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now this is as ready as possible. What we're going to do is lift, release the hook, and move this to the cutting board. Now we're going to take our wet dough, which is beautiful by the way. Look at that. It's like taffy. It's like saltwater taffy from Coney Island. Forget about it. I'm going to sprinkle our cutting board with a little bit of flour, rub it around, we'll pull this out of here. Get as much as we can. All this is valuable. We worked very hard on this. So now we're just gonna move it. Move it and move it and move it and move it and move it. Look at how supple that is. It's like a baby's ass. Forget about it. Come on, here we are. Gonna fold, tuck, fold, pull, fold, stretch, stretch, stretch. Here we are. You see how smooth that is? Look at how beautiful that is. Come on, forget about it. Are you kidding me? Now, I like to use olive oil, but sometimes it's just a little bit easier with cooking spray. And it's the refrigerator it goes till overnight. And we'll get back with you tomorrow after 24 hours.